All right. 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 What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike. Back again, once again, with another classic live stream for you guys today. Sincerely hope to everybody's blessed. Sincerely hope to everybody's having a great Sunday. Wherever you are reporting in the world, much love to you. Quick time check. We're looking at 8:35 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 7:35 for everybody in Central, which makes it about 5:35 for everybody repping that West Coast, and of course, 8:35 in the a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Again, sincerely hope that everybody's having a blessed one. Hope you guys get a chance to join the good doc on this particular live stream because I think we're gonna have some fun. Not sure how the notifications are gonna work out, but all I know is this: I'm gonna give you the best of me. Catch me on the replay. You're gonna get 100% of the real. Much love to everybody who does catch this one on the replay. I hope I'm coming through loud and clear. Doc's just trying to make sure the kinks in the microphone are working out very well. Shouldn't be an issue, but if you guys are having some hearing problems from on and it's on my end, just go ahead and let me know. Definitely want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear for this particular live stream. If you guys haven't already gotten your copy of the BOOTYLOO Chronicles, you guys know what's good. Look in the link in the description area below. It is the best book of 2019, probably the best book of 2020, and from every year on out. It chronicles the life of a young expat kid living in the Philippines and the stories that I have to tell. And right now, these are the stories that I refuse to tell until now. So I put it into a book, and likely there will be a part two. If you guys enjoyed part one, likely there will be a part two. Maybe I'll try to concoct a good couple of stories to put together for you guys in part two, probably in the early part of next year. I just want to make sure everybody has their first copy. We may make this a book like they did whatchamajigget. What's that shit? You know how they got these novels and shit where they be having like chapters and shit. We might drop a chapter two of the BOOTYLOO Chronicles, man. We'll be happy with that one. All right. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday wherever you are in the world today. You can shout me out. Let me know where you're reporting live from so I can go ahead and give you the shout out that you so rightfully deserve. Like I said, we got 7 watching. Not sure how many people are going to come through. But hey, we're going to go ahead and get this some bitch started, popping, and ready. Is less more with Filipinas like it is for most women? One more time. Is less more with Filipinas like it is for most women? Now, giving big ups to my big brother in this YouTube shit. Shout out to my big brother, Oshay Duke Jackson. He did a video on this one, and it kind of inspired this particular live stream today. Not going to sugarcoat it. Thought it was an awesome video that he did. Um, I'm not gonna run through it verbatim, but let me explain to you how he put it together, just in case you guys didn't know how he laid the foundation for that video, just in case you haven't seen it yet. I think that video title was "Is Less More," something to that effect with women, and basically he did the analogy of how a man, as long as he works hard, he is productive. It'll show in his output. You work hard, you put in the work, you put in the hours, you get paid more. You do this, you get paid. You do this, and you get more out of it. But what he was saying was, when it comes to women, women in general, the more you put in doesn't necessarily equal the more you get out of it. Now, I loved it because it made fucking amazing sense. From a business sense, we already know, man, if you put in that work, 9 times out of 10, the productivity is going to show. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, if the productivity shows as a man putting in work in business, how come the same rules do not apply to women? To be honest with you, if a woman doesn't want you, no matter how much time, effort, work you put in, it's just not going to happen. Okay? Not gonna happen. The shit just ain't gonna happen. She is just not gonna be interested in you. If she's not interested in you now, it would be hard pressed for me to believe that if you continuously work on her, that you may break her down. Now, I'm not saying that that is impossible. I will never say that that's impossible. But what I will say is that it's highly likely, because once a woman has made up their mind about you, it is very rare that you're able to change their mind. So, in hindsight, if you think about that from the perspective of women in general, do you believe that the same rules apply for Filipinas? Now, I don't want to talk about this from the perspective, oh, they don't care as long as you got money, they don't see black, they don't see white, they only see green. No, not today. Okay. We can have that goddamn conversation all the time. Damn it, it always goes that way, but we're not doing that today. Okay, not today. I want to make that abundantly clear. That is not what's happening today. Okay. Fuck the fact that you got money. Fuck the fact of all that other shit. We're talking about it strictly from the interest of being attracted to you as a man, period. What is the probability that you would be able to break down a woman, a Filipina more specifically, since this is what my channel is all about, to basically get her to like you if she doesn't like you in the beginning? Like I said before, slim to fucking impossible for a young lady to change her mind about you. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, you're fucking annoying. You feel me? You're just annoying. If you continuously try to text her, try to meet up with her, go to her work, take her to lunch, do this, do that. The things that you think would actually get you brownie points, sometimes that shit don't get you no points. Matter of fact, if you think about it, you come off like a goddamn stalker, right? You come off like a stalker when you do things like that. So, in hindsight, the more you work on it, the more you look bad in a sense. But if you think about it in hindsight, the less you put into a relationship with a woman, the less you put in to trying to get a woman's attention, the more the rules work for you. It's a sad fact of life, but it's real. The less you do, the more you get. And I believe every man at the sound of my voice right now can agree to that. I believe that every man at the sound of my voice right now can agree to that. The less you put into any type of relationship with a woman, friendship, whatever you want to call it, the more you get out of it. The more you make her fight for your time, the more you get out of it. Now, if a Filipina comes in here, and there's likely maybe a couple listening, I don't got that many people on right now, but at the end of the day, if somebody comes in here and catches this on the replay and they start babbling off about, oh, it's not all women. Nah, motherfucker, it ain't all women, but it's the majority of them. I'm talking about the majority. Sometimes it's funny because I've played this game for a long time. You guys know, man, this has been my country for a minute. The Philippines is my topic of choice. I know this shit, and I feel like I could provide a fair amount of information that you guys can really fuck with. So you have those types of women that want you to work for their time. I'll be honest with you. And I think this applies to most women in general. But in the Philippines, you have those types of women that are going to make you try to put in more work because you're the foreigner. Not necessarily spending money, but they want to make sure that you're serious with them. They want to make sure that you're not just jumping girl to girl to girl to girl, even though the local guys do it too. And we already know. But sometimes these girls like to make you work for it. So they'll fuck around with you and make you, not jump through hoops per se, but they'll make you, ask you all of these fucking questions. Why this? Why that? Why me? All blah, blah, blah. They'll ask the questions. So in hindsight, when those situations occur, what I've noticed is the less you text, the more they're thinking about, why is he not texting me? What's wrong with me? I like him. I truly like him, but he's not texting me now. So did I make a mistake? And this is the shit that runs through their mind when you do not give them the attention that they feel they deserve. And I love this shit, man. This is a magical fucking moment. These are some gems right now. Doc gonna drop these gems tonight, man. I hope y'all ready. Make sure y'all get the likes up on this video because this shit about to get real. Shit is about to get real. All right. But you guys should know this shit anyways. But I'm dropping gems for those that don't know. Anyway, the less you text, the more you get out of it. Now, if she's a strong-willed person and she can refrain from, trying to reach out to you and, keep herself occupied to where she's not really worried about you, y'all may be playing this game for a little bit. But I'm telling you, the less fucks you give, that's what I'm going to say. The less you give a fuck, the more you end up getting out of it. And it's a sad fact. Now, when you're in a relationship, it's different. I mean, let's be honest. When you're in a full-blown relationship, like this is your girl, you're not just, either hooking up or this is not just the beginning parts of the stage of the relationship. When you're in a relationship, I want you to put forth your best effort, okay? The good doc, I put forth a decent effort. I'm not perfect. She knows. Doc got his moments, man. I have my moments where I'm the shit. Then I have my moments where I be fucked up, okay? sometimes I go through moments where I'm locked in on my work and I kind of avoid doing other shit other than putting in that work. But in hindsight, I like to think that I do the best that I can. And in some aspects, I'm telling you, the less you put into the relationship, the more you get out of it. The more they want your time, the more they want to be around you, the more this, that, the more that, and the other. When you're always constantly texting, getting back to what I was talking about, when you're constantly texting them and you're constantly in their face, they're like, damn, I wish this motherfucker would leave me alone. As a matter of fact, it goes both ways. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me tell you a true story. Cause Doc is an honest man. Like I said, he gonna drop them gems tonight, and he definitely gonna drop what he feels works best for him. And this is gonna be in my heart. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna run to the chat in a minute, but let me tell you this real quick, because this is funny to me because it's real to me. And I think that if any man has ever been in this situation, you really understand where I'm coming from. You'll feel where I'm coming from. And if you have, I want you to press one. Listen to the situation. So before I got into my relationship, there was this young lady that I used to try to talk to, and she was fucking annoying. I mean, I could not stand her. I loved her to death. She had a good heart. She seemed like a good person, but constantly texting me, "How you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Can we voice chat? Can we video call? Can we do this? Can we do that? I want to see you, this, that, and the other." I couldn't fucking stand it. Couldn't stand it. For some reason we fell out. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. We fell out. And to an extent, I can honestly say that when she wasn't bothering me, to an extent only, I missed it. It was like, damn, when you don't have nobody checking in on you, when you don't have nobody like trying to see if you're okay, checking to see if you ate lunch, because they always ask the same shit. Oh, good morning. Hope you had your breakfast. Oh, it's lunchtime now, kayen na, which means let's eat now, kayen tayo, we eat now, whatever, whatever. I kind of missed it to an extent. To an extent, I was like, damn, man, when you don't have nobody checking up on you and shit, it's like, damn, it kind of fucked up. And again, this is to an extent. I'm not gonna sit there and say I fully missed the whole idea of it, but it is kind of nice to have somebody checking on you, make sure you're doing all right, right? So I say that to say this from both perspectives. When you, the man, are not giving her the attention that she's used to getting from you, like all the fucking text messages, she's gonna eventually trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. She's gonna eventually try to reach out and see how you're doing, you know? So again, in hindsight, I want to know what you guys feel. Is less more with Filipinas like it is for most women? Yay or nay? Let me know what you guys think. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tidbit of information. Hope you guys enjoyed that little monologue that I do. Doc's got to do a spiel before he runs to the chat. But yeah, man, I want to get that out the way. I feel like in hindsight, we often think of things differently. We often think of situations with women, especially Filipinas. We really like to believe that you cannot handle a Filipina the way that you would handle a woman from the Western world. And yes, 100% fact. That's true. But in certain situations, we have to understand that Filipinas are no different than any other woman. We have to be able to accept those facts. Sometimes, no matter where they are in the world, sometimes women are women wherever they are in the world. So that makes Filipinas no different than dealing with any other woman on any other part of the world. And I think that the rules apply specifically here. The more you try to put in, the more you try to ask, the more you try to say, "Yo, can I see you? What you doing? Whatever, whatever. I'm trying to hook up with you. What's good?" The less you get out of it. She's gonna be like, "Why this motherfucker keep bothering me?" She'll scene zone your ass. Ain't nothing worse than being scene zone. You guys know what that is. When you send a Facebook message or a message wherever, and the message said it was seen, but you don't get a fucking response. You're like, "This bitch saw my message and she ain't write me back." Man, fuck that hoe. Because that's kind of how you are. And that's kind of how I am too. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Well, fuck you too, then, bitch. We shouldn't think like that. But, that's kind of how we think. All right, guys. Doc's had his moment. We're just here having fun. All right, back to the topic. All right. So shout out to my boy NY. Oh, time out. I see we got 18 watching. I appreciate all 18 of you coming through and showing love to the good Doc. Please make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself. I love that like button. It wants it. It needs it. It most definitely has to have it. Please feel free to do so. It will not press charges. I promise you. That's why it's called the like button. All right. And for those that want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good Doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of your time with him to say, "Today, not your den." Now let's go to get back to our regularly scheduled program. Shout out to my boy NY fan. Appreciate you coming through, family. First in the building. My boy Melvin Den was good with you. Loud and clear from Seattle, Washington. Appreciate you coming through, family. My boy Oahu dude, always in the building from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, until he decides to make his way back to AC. AC is the place to be, I heard. But I'm glad you're enjoying the topic today, but it can be complicated. True. Which is why I asked the audience, man. Doc has his spiel. Like I said, I say my piece, and then I go and see what you guys have to say about that. But again, it's less more with Filipinas like it is for most women. Telling you, Doc's fucking dropping these topics, man. Y'all got to show the Doc some love, man. I'm over here working overtime for that ass. Come on, show the Doc some love, all right? Make sure you get the likes up for sure. Shout out to my boy El Ghost. Appreciate you coming through. My man Melvin says, game always recognize game. That is very true, my friend. That is 100% facts. You got to know how this shit roll. You got to know how to play this motherfucker. Because sometimes it ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. Sometimes it's a fucking headache. But we make it work, though. That's the beauty. We make it work. My man Oahu just says, in general, if any woman is not interested in you, your best move is to move on. True. Especially when Western women. True. But Filipina in the province, I don't know. Sometimes, man, this is the issue. And I said this in a video one time before, and it holds true. It holds so true. When I say it time and time again. It is a fine line. You have to figure out when to move on or when to hold on. Holding on versus moving on. Basically, when do you put forth additional effort to try to get it, or when do you realize that the shit is over and you got to go somewhere else? It's a fine line, man. And for every situation is different. It'll never be the same every single time. Never be the same every single time. I saw a comedy skit that kind of cracked me up a little bit. I saw a comedy sketch, and I like this dude. He's a YouTuber, and he goes by the name of Big Job. And in the sketch, what happened was this girl came over to his house at about like midnight. It was late in the evening. So what happened was he knew he was kind of talking. He was having a conversation with the voices in his head, right? He was like, "Yo, she came over here to get her some, whatever, whatever, whatever." So they sit on the couch for a minute. She's rubbed up on him, giving him all of the hints and signals that she's trying to get down. But what ended up happening was he asked the girl, "Let's go to the bedroom." And she asked, "Why do we need to go to the bedroom for?" He was like, "Well, I thought that's why you came over here." He said, so she was like, "Oh, so you think that I came over here so that we could go to the bedroom and shit like that?" And whatever, whatever. So basically, he told her she got to go, right? So basically, he kicked her out. So when he got to the door, basically, she said, "You gonna kick me out?" And he was like, "Yeah, I hope you guys are keeping up with this. This is a quick story. It's hard for me to explain it, but it'll be easier for you to see the video." But anyway, what ended up happening was the girl told him, "Look, I wanted for us to hook up. That's the reason why I came over here, but I didn't want to do it in the bedroom because the bedroom is too intimate. We could have just did it right there on the couch. But since you're gonna kick me out, fuck you then. I don't want it anymore." So that was kind of what it is. It's like the idea of trying to read between the lines and find the signs that work best for you. It's just fucking difficult at times. Knowing when to hold, knowing when to fold is just never going to be the same for every situation. You have to have the IQ to know when to go for it. I always believe personally, if for me only for me, I feel as if the touch barrier, if I can cross that shit, I'm good. Once you're okay with me physically putting my hand on you somewhere, not like grabbing your ass and not like that, but like on the small of your back, and you're not jumpy and you're not fucking all of that shit, you're more comfortable with me touching you on the arm or whatever, establishing touch barrier, and you're good. I feel like that is more or less an indicator for me. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going all the way. Nah, not at all. It just means that you're now comfortable enough for us to be able to at least have that conversation. Again, that's just me only. And I'm gonna keep it moving, man. That's just what it is. But yeah, Melvin, this is some factual shit. Shout out to my boy James Miller, all the way from Indiana. He says this is a true life story. I known this from my first-hand experience. The less you give, the more respect and appreciation women will give you. Facts. I do agree. Elgo says all American corporate heads don't take no for an answer. That high motivation makes them winners in the world. Don't believe me? Look at the Me Too list. Yeah, they don't take no for an answer, but that's why their asses are now being charged for being aggressive. You know, the Weinsteins, you name it, they've all grabbed some shit. Your boy done grabbed some shit too. So hey man, I ain't even gonna go there. But yeah, I understand the never take no for an answer situation. That's how it works in business, but same rules don't always apply for the females, man. Gotta be careful with that one. Awahudu says, "Are you defining the difference between alpha and beta?" Nah, we did that already. No alpha beta tonight. No alpha beta talk. That shit too much work. That goes into a deep shit. I don't want to go there. Not doing that one. My man Melvin says my game is tied. I am not putting in work. And I am not putting in no work. Less texting, no thirsting for her when I see her out and about. To my dimes in the Philippines. Yeah, I'm not gonna do. I'll never go above and beyond. I'll talk to you. I'll ask you if you want to hang out. If you don't want to hang out, that's cool. I'm not gonna do that one. I ain't going there. Yeah, that's true. Alpha means doing whatever you want to, but I don't want the alpha beta conversation. Not today. Not today. My man Melvin says I put in work, but don't play chasing games. I am not desperate. Very true. Don't chase them. Now, what I will do is I will text you. I will text you probably if it's in the beginning for myself. I'll probably message you maybe 2 or 3 times. But once I've been scene zoned and there's no response, that's when I'll probably say it's probably not going anywhere. Sometimes bitches is busy, but sometimes they just don't want to give you no time. So you just gotta realize when to quit. Don't sit there and don't sit there and fucking go hard for something that don't want you. Shout out to the homie Michael V. What's going on? Michael V says they want to know what you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, merienda, the whole nine. The gimme hoes, man. They were crazy, but I love it now, man. I love it. Shout out to my girl Lizzie. How you doing, baby? Waiting for your students. Hopefully, I can catch up with you soon. That'll be awesome. But we'll see how that works out. Owahudu says when any woman knows they got you under your skin, they may start looking for other challenges. But a province, Filipina is different level. You are viewed as more of a prize. And sometimes they're shy and they act the way that they do because they just don't know how to fucking deal with foreigners. Okay, provincial women do not know how to deal with foreigners. So if you find a woman that is strictly from the province in the province, you have to handle them a little differently than you would a city girl. Everybody knows that, but it's just a rule of thumb that you kind of keep everything general as humanly possible until you have to deviate from your normal plan. I'll say that. Strawberry chip skid mark underwear. Boy, you have got the greatest name of all time. That's got to be the greatest name I've ever seen in the chat. He says, "Are you going to come back to the Philippines or bring your girl to the US?" I am on my way back to the Philippines. If you're asking me, am I going to live in the Philippines like with my girl as opposed to bringing her to the United States? That is something that I've struggled. That's been a challenge for me lately. I've been trying to figure out what works best for me, what works best for us. And in hindsight, I've been struggling. I've been juggling that conversation with myself and her for a long time. Figuring out what work keeps the money flowing while I'm overseas. You got to be able to figure that stuff out too. In the United States, I got a pretty decent gig. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Problem is, I got assets back home. That's what pisses me off. I got assets. I got cars, I got shit like that I got to take care of. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with unloading or offloading shit. That's pretty much my thing. And I just got the car. That's the problem. I just got my car, my new one. It's hard for me to figure that out right now, but we'll figure it out. My man Earl Owens was good with you, man. My boy DJ Squeezy was good. He says yes, less is more. They are the same that way. All right. Shout out to the homie Earl Owens all the way from Tacoma. I think, yeah, we said Tacoma, Washington. That's what it is, family. Hey, me Jerry, what's going on, man? He says, I noticed the more I threw at the girls, the worse things got. My best success was when I was a cheap wad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I don't feel bad about being cheap anymore because I am a cheap bastard. And I have to be. The reason that I'm cheap and frugal is because I understand that at the end of the day, my time is valuable. And I know that if you fuck with me, I know that if you fuck with me and you're not getting a lot out of it, chances are you're fucking with me because you want to know more about me. Yeah, you're going to get your dinners and whatever it may be out of me. But at the end of the day, it would be far less than what you would probably deal with other guys. You'll probably end up accepting far less. And that's because you have a general interest in dealing with me. I've talked to you like a normal human being. I did not come to you in your first 2 text messages asking, can we hook up and do this, that, and the other. I talked to you like you were normal. And that's weird. That is so fucking weird to me. It's scary, weird, but it's intriguing all at the exact same time. And I say this because of one thing. Um, fuck, train of thought gone. Train of thought gone, Doc. Get it back. Problems of getting old. Treat beautiful women like they're fucking normal. That's what I want to say. You have got to treat beautiful women like they're normal. Never call them beautiful unless the situation could fit for the bill. Never call them beautiful. They're used to hearing that shit. Treat them like they're normal. Ask them how was their day, what you been doing today. If they're texting you and it's a generally good conversation, just treat them like they're normal. Ask them what did they do today. You know, you're gonna go out today. Where you gonna go? You know, that's cool. I plan on doing this. I gotta take care of some marriage. Just talk to them like they're normal people, because it's very rare. I promise you this. It's very rare that they have normal conversations. I can almost guarantee if a girl has a nice rack, they're so used to being talked about. Oh, you got a nice rack, this, that, and the other. Oh, I'm trying to put my face in them. Or, oh, I'm trying to get between them legs. Or, oh, I'm trying to do this, because that's what your average Westerner does. Sometimes you got the guys from the Middle East who are just so blatantly blunt with it. They don't give a fuck. So you have these guys talking to these women as if they're pieces of meat. And I hate to say that, because that's like what your feminists would say. But let's be honest, man. Most of these guys are licking their chops when they see these fucking women, because they're looking at them as if they are a piece of meat. You feel me? That's not cool, bro. Most of these women want to be treated normal. So if you talk to them like they're normal, talk to them like they're just human beings, no different than anybody else. Yeah, she may have a nice rack. Oh, she may have a nice ass. She may have this, that, and the other. But if you're not so focused on the assets, or basically pointing out the fact that you recognize that her assets are fucking legit, when you actually take time to avoid all of that conversation as much as humanly possible, she'd be like, damn, he's talked to me for X amount of time. This is if you have the time to do it and you have time to put in the work. She'll probably think, oh, he's talked to me this whole time, and not once did he even remotely mention my boobs. He didn't mention my ass. He didn't mention any physical part of my body, even though it is what is front and center in most of these profiles that you come across, whether it be on online dating sites, Facebook, or whatever. Even if you know that these are frontline assets that they know they have, you don't mention it at all. And like I said, and that also ties into less being more. The less you talk about the assets in which they have, the more they're intrigued by why hasn't he once mentioned this about me. Every other guy that I've ever talked to, every other guy who's added me in this place, every other guy who sent me a message, they always talk about how nice they are and how they want to see him, man, touch him, man, squeeze him, man, do this, that, and the other. But not this guy. You see, the less you talk about shit, the more you get. And I do believe that same rules apply as well. Hope you guys picked up what I was putting down, because I was a gym people, dropping them gems tonight. Dropping them little nuggets, man. Fucking squeezing charcoal out of my ass and making diamonds, people. I'm squeezing the charcoal out of my ass and making diamonds, because diamonds are forever. My boy Michael Cruz, what's going on, man? He says, hey, Mike, do you think Sestyle got a bad deal with the whole Bebots drama? Yes, I do believe that his association with said person got him into a bad space. It's not his fault, because at the end of the day, it's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen. No different than a situation that transpired a long time ago with me and Jay and another individual. I mean, the association alone. Now, that particular situation was more low key. It was more of a behind the scenes thing. It did not play out on YouTube. But yeah, there was a situation months back, way back in the beginning of our time. We were probably a couple of months into the Love and Life in the Philippines. We used to have an individual come on to our show. He's not a YouTuber, so it's not really a big deal. The Bebots guy, he was a YouTuber, so other YouTubers that associated with them kind of got a bad rap as a result. Not saying that he had anything to do with it, because at the end of the day, you could talk to somebody. That don't mean you fuck with them in person, or you've ever seen them in person, or you know about their real life activity, or whatever it may be. It's just the fact that it happened. But yeah, he got a bad rap because of it. I do believe that he can bounce back from it if he chooses to. I mean, at the end of the day, his channel's not going. He just put his videos on private. So if he wants to bring his videos back, he could do so at any time. But anyway, yeah, most people have the ideology of guilty by association, just the way the game goes. So if I associated myself with somebody that somebody didn't like, then I'm basically guilty too. It shouldn't be that way, but that's just the way people think. And then you wonder why I spend a lot of my time by myself. Why I collaborate and I connect with people all the time. I truly do. Maybe not so much on YouTube. I need to do that a little bit more. I promise that I will. I do want to bring my boys on. A lot of people have stories to tell, and we're going to get into that soon. Just want to make sure that I'm settled in where I'm going when I'm getting there, and we'll definitely try to make that happen. Um, but yeah, people are definitely guilty by association. I think that, like, for example, if you stay away for like 3 months, maybe 6 months or so, all that drama will go away and people will probably forget about it. They'll find somebody else to hate on. Guys, I'm behind on the chat. Don't kill me. Hemi says, for now, any poor girl, I'm gonna be tight with my money. He said these girls give just actually what you give makes it worse. True. Shout out to my man Casey Hunter. He says, I think with some Filipinas, less is more. Some are starting to get westernized, and that's where the problem starts. True. Captain Spalding, if you're not clicking, it's time to move on. True. Hemi says, Dr. Mike and Spalding, I agree. Sometimes you have to know when to fold. A lot of the girls are a waste of time. And it sucks though, because I'm no different than any other man. I'm no different than any other guy. Before I was in a relationship, it was hard for me to figure out, damn, is it worth it for me to keep moving on with this chick? I mean, I feel like I'm gaining ground, but I haven't gotten where I wanted to be at this particular time of us talking. I haven't gotten as far as I thought. So god dang, should I let it go or not? And sometimes the minute you let go, honestly, that's when they start to come around. So always remember that. Sometimes if you take a week off of not texting them, see how they come back to you. That's a beautiful thing. I want you guys to take this into consideration as well. I know you guys know this, but if you're texting a girl, she's not really responding to you, kind of cold texting, hi, hey, okay, one word answers, the shit that kind of make you feel like has zero fucking interest in you. What you should do, stop texting her for a week. If she texts you first or texts you anytime within that week, don't respond. Just give it a whole week. See how her actions are. If you get zero responses from her in that week, chances are she's occupied with other guys. Honestly, that's the truth. She probably occupied with other guys because it's very rare that you come across Filipinas that are so busy that they can't even send you one text. I know professional corporate women, doctors, lawyers, fucking dentist, the whole nine. We know people who are in professional careers that will fucking text you in between their work. They have a lunch break. They'll at least say hi, how you doing, what you doing, did you eat, whatever. Again, depends on the interest of the lady. Imagine a lady that has no fucking job, but she can't text you. No load. What the fuck? I mean, I don't know. You just have to put everything into a perspective. So you got to know when to hold and when to fold. My man Michael Smith, what's going on, family? Shout out to my boy Steve. Steve, I hope you're getting your shout out, brother. Damn, I know I'm late, but that's my guy right there. My man, Silent Steve, always been my guy. Been my guy since day one, man. I think Mike's been around. I'm sorry, Steve's been around since probably 100. That's a long time ago since Doc had 100. Yeah, that's my boy Big Ja. Y'all saw that episode, right? I love Big Ja. That's my dude. I like that particular episode because it really fits the to the the bill. It fits what was being said. Knowing when to hold and knowing when to read signals and shit like that. That was probably the best video that I saw him do lately. Other than the hooking up with his lesbian homegirl, those videos were classic. I always tune in for those. But shout out to the homie Big Ja. I like him, man. He's good shit. Uh, um, my man Hemi says I've had a few girls from bluffing. Few girls for bluffing. They really bluffed you? He said I literally had a few girls fake crying. You gotta be careful with how you deal with these women. He says I've never seen Dr. Mike admit that Filipinas prefer their own kind. I don't care what country it is, it's the same. Have I ever admitted to Filipinas preferring their own kind? I think I may have said that in a video once only. No, I did admit that shit. Hold on. No, I didn't. You guys remember the video I put out? You gotta find it, man. Fuck, I don't know where it's at. But I said the sad truth. No, the title of the video was The Sad Truth. Something like this. The sad truth of why Filipinos choose to date foreigners. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember ever admitting that. But everywhere you go, locals get priority. But the foreigners seem to even the playing field with what they can bring to the table. That's what it is. That's all it is. They prefer their own first. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. I did in that video, the sad truth as to why Filipinas choose to date foreigners is simply because in that fucking video that I wrote, now that I remember it, since I'm a fucking genius, I said in that video specifically that 9 times out of 10, the Filipinas that we get are rejected by their own kind. Remember that. We said that. We've talked about that a million times. Filipinas who are rejected by their own guys. That's why they normally choose to date foreign men. So it's not that they don't prefer to date local. It's just that sometimes the local guys aren't into them. Let's say you come across a girl that's a little bit curvaceous, a little bit thick. She is shunned by her own men, so she goes to the foreigner because the foreigner is giving her the attention. The foreigner is giving her the attention that the local guys are not. Should the local guys give them the attention that they feel they deserve, the local guy would always get preference. Everybody knows that. I just say that because the local guys aren't giving them the attention they feel they deserve, they go foreign. Because the local guys, no disrespect, they're not providing them what they feel they need. Most Filipinos go foreign. I mean, when you're a foreigner and you're bringing more to the table than the average, it makes it an easier choice. We all know Filipinos like stability. We've said that too. So yeah, it has been said. It was in a video. I've never made a whole video about it, but yeah, I remember that video. That was when I said it. You guys got to find that one. I don't know how far back that was. I think it's called "The Sad Truth as to why Filipinos choose to date foreigners." Yeah. Shout out to my boy or girl, Malu. I'm sorry, man. I hope you my guy. DE Raptor, what's going on with your family? Much love to you. Hemi says, Dr. Mike, don't you agree that a woman should do all the work proving herself? Yes, that's a John Doe statement right there. Shout out to John Doe, wherever he is in the world. That is a John Doe statement, man. He says the women should prove themselves to you. If a girl is a pain and makes you jump through hoops, she is a waste of time. Uh yes. If you're putting forth more effort than she is, yeah, it is a waste of time. True. That's with any woman, but more so with Filipinos, man. He says, I don't agree that all girls from third world countries prefer their own kind, especially in the Philippines. Well, like I said, I'll stick to the fact that most of the girls that date foreigners were rejected by their own. Trust me, it's not like they came out the womb talking about, oh, I'm gonna be with a foreigner. It's not like they were in grade school talking about I want to be with the foreigner. It's not like their first crush was a fucking foreigner unless they crushed on the international foreigner, like somebody who is like a superstar, like a singer or a dancer, or if their stepdaddy is a foreigner, maybe they crushed on their stepdaddy. That would probably be the closest proximity to a younger girl crushing on like foreigners and shit like that. But other than that, they like their own first. I mean, the rules are different in every area and whatnot. But let's be honest, man, they like to be with their own. They go for their own first, and maybe for some got off a reason that the guy's just not really fitting it. Then I don't know. Casey says if she can't actually show that there is going to be any intimacy in the relationship, then that's a very big problem. True. You have to be able to make the connection with the other person. Very true. My man Hemi, he says the best way to get a foreign girl is to find out why she is damaged goods. That is true. You have to understand why she's broken. I like that. I like that. That's true. Now, yes, whether she's been molested, that sucks. Cheated on, nerdy or ugly, bullied in school. Yes, you do have to figure out the reason why she is the way that she is. That way you can try to fix it. Or that way you can at least get to how you can make the situation better. Or at least be able to conversate and get with her through that particular understanding. Hemi, that is the most amazing thing that you've said ever. I'm not gonna lie, man. That is the biggest thing you've ever said. That is one thing that I may have said it, but I never remember saying it. But you have to understand why they're damaged. I like that. That is worthy of a topic, man. You might get a video out of that shit one day soon. One day soon. Hear me? I'm gonna quote you. I'm gonna how can I say this? I'm gonna make sure that I shout you out in that video because that might be a video. I think that's very important because a lot of guys don't understand, nor are they willing to put in the work to figure out why the girl is the way that she is. Now, shout out to the homie Dante Will. Derek, I'm gonna get you on here soon, family. Moto Kenny, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, Derek. My man Moto Kenny says less is more, but don't forget they get endless pressure from family and friends. More so it gets complicated. It's always been a hard balancing act for me. Oh yes, family and friends do pressure Filipinos in general about the idea of being in relationships. Oh, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? That shit is real shit. My boy Michael Smith says, Mike, it's just materialistic property. You can replace it. What's materialistic property? What did I say? I forgot. I'm sorry, I lose my train of thought all the time. Don't kill the good doc. I'm sorry. Michael Smith, hit me up with what I said about the materialistic property. I forgot. I'm slow, or I'm just running through a bunch of different topics right now, so I just forgot what I said. Shout out to the homie Eddie Jackson, man. Much love to you, family. Appreciate you coming through. Showing love. My boy Ed's in the building. Appreciate you. Uh, hey, what's going on, Byron? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you passing through. I'm gonna get it. I see you guys talking to yourself, so I'm skipping those conversations. Don't worry about it. Ed says there are more Filipinas living abroad than there are in the entire city of Manila. Probably, very true. That's probably accurate as fuck. Ed says Oahu. No, God, stop. You said got 1,000. No, can't do that. Not doing it. Okay, fuck it. Oahu dude says less is more with Filipinas except for your bank. I agree. Shout out to the homie John Chance, man. What's going on? He says less or more. It's really up to that individual's perspective. True. One must decide what the value of something is worth to them and no one else. Shout out to you, homie. Appreciate you coming through. Uh Shit, I gotta read these comments. Give me a second. Owahudu says, for Filipinas, do you think it's good advice to understand her lifestyle first and tone it down a bit to suit what's comfortable for her? Time out. Rewind. Read that again. For Filipinas, do you think it's good advice to understand her lifestyle first and tone it down a bit to suit what's comfortable for her? Are you saying as the foreigner turning down their particular lifestyle to suit the female, to suit the Filipina, or trying to change the Filipina's lifestyle? That's where I got lost in translation. You gotta run that back for me one more time. Because are you talking about toning down the girl's lifestyle or the foreigner turning down his lifestyle to suit that girl's lifestyle? There's nothing wrong with turning down your lifestyle. Like I said, spending less money, acting more normal, being more budget friendly. There's never been anything wrong with that. So if I have to drop myself just to fucking do that, I'll do that any day of the week, man. Men with real game, you are not going to comment on her assets. Never. Normal talk, she will be chasing you and not jocking her. There you go, man. Don't mention it, and you're good to go. I promise. I give you my god honest word, man. If you refrain from speaking on things that she already knows to be accurate about herself, you'll win that game. You'll win that game every time. My man Hemi says, Dr. Mike, that's right about the curvy women. I'm starting to seek out chubby women with some curves and a butterface. Because locals may not care about the curves as much. They never care about the curves. They like their women skinny. It's very rare that you see a Filipino guy with a curvaceous woman, unless she only got curvy after they had kids. Then maybe it's not so much a big deal. But we'll see. My man Terry Edwards, God damn it, Terry Edwards. What's going on, family? Oahu Dude says, did you see the video where they interviewed college Filipinos where 100% of those chose foreigners as their preference? If it was a foreigner doing the video, probably. If it was a foreigner doing the interview for the video, probably. And that's interesting. That's kind of a limited bunch, though, man. How many people did they interview? Because that's not fair. If you interviewed 10 to 20 people, I would say that's shocking that 100%. If it was like 10 or less, I'm not shocked because that's kind of a limited group. You're kind of structuring and fucking what do they call it? You're limiting your results and you're asking probably if it was just one college they asked or girls from multiple colleges. Hmm, that is interesting, but to say that they all prefer foreign, that's different. That's really different. Didn't see that coming. Lizzie, how you doing, baby? You gotta let me know what's good because I don't think they all prefer foreigners. That don't seem right. It's alright, but that don't seem right. Melvin says the pretty Filipina think it's game until you put it down on them. They get sprung out and can't leave you alone. Melvin, I've had a conversation about that with some friends, man, and that is so true, bro. So true. Owahudu says my experience with Filipinas were vastly different from women in other Southeast Asian countries. Western men seek a relationship, having the best chance in the Philippines. True. Jeffrey G, what's going on, family? Yes, less is always going to be more. Kind of feels like it fits the bill in all situations. My man John Chan says there will always be people in every country in the world that's on a different path than the Commonwealth, daring to be different, loving people from different countries, different cultures. Sorry. I'm all about that free will, family. I'm all in on that shit for sure. Michael Smith says it was when you were okay talking about you have a lot of stuff here. Yeah, you're right. I just it is materialistic. You're right. The thing is, the thing is giving it up. Like I just bought it. I'm like and then I want to make sure that I definitely bring in enough to cover me for the distance, man. That's really what it's about, covering myself for the distance. But yeah, you're right. It is materialistic. 100%, Mike. I am in agreement with you. It could always be replaced, whatever it is. He says when someone asks you if you're going back to, yeah, you're right. It is. You're right. I agree. It could always be replaced. At the end of the day, I don't know why it means so much to me, but it's just the whole situation, man. It's crazy. But we'll figure it out. He said, Dr. Mike, how can one do the John Doe method if they prefer their own kind? I guess the girls chasing foreigners can always have low self esteem, and that's what John Doe's praying on. I am not saying that shit. He says, I guess the girls chasing foreigners can sometimes have low self esteem. Um, well, let's back that up for a second. Let's slow that down for a second because any woman that's chasing me is a problem. I mean, I need to be the one to approach you first. You cannot approach me first. I'm scared if you're approaching me first. You're too if you're aggressive, if you are an aggressive Filipina, I'm very skittish about shit like that. Promise you that. Very very skeptical about that shit, okay? First things first. Uh but if you're talking about if the girl is submissive or she's willing to, conform or do the things that you like to do and all that stuff, yeah, that's kind of something like that. I guess I got that wrong. Maybe. We'll see. My man Jeffrey G says, I believe give her a genuine compliment. Yes, at the right time, even if she's heard that a million times. Yes, you have to do it at the right time. Right place, right time, always. Melvin says, most of the time, yes, they are damaged, but she has been ran through. You got to cut her quick and move on. Well, damn. Yeah, man, if she's had her fair share of the D, you might want to move on to something else, bro. Kind of sad. He said the interview was done by a Filipino crew. All the college girls prefer foreigners. Wow, interesting. Didn't see that coming. Priceless. He said, I knew you were another Bama. Who, me? Nah, I can't be Bama. I don't. I couldn't be him. There's only one. He's one of one. D.E. Raptor says, I know a guy who dated mostly curvy Filipinas. His motto is that fat girls need love too, Craig. They do. They truly do. Shout out to my boy TLM Crew Breeze. What's going on? My God, nigga, my God, bro. Appreciate you coming through. You know how the doc does. Good evening to you too, my friend. Owahudu says, for Filipinas, the drive to have kids is huge, especially a cute half breed. Can't fucking dude, you cannot avoid having half breed babies, man. I think a half breed is awesome, man. I truly do. There's nothing like a half breed. I want half breed babies. I do. If I'm gonna have babies, I want them to be half breeds. And it's no knock on my own women. I just who I'm with. 99.9% is gonna be a half breed child, part Chinese, Filipino, and Black American. That child gonna be adorable as fuck, man. I hope as long as my baby look a lot like my girl, I'm good, man. If that motherfucker come out looking like me, I might be scared. I'm fucking around. My man says, been enjoying your videos, man. Keep them coming. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you spending some time with the good doc. Doc's gonna keep them coming as long as he can. I'm gonna ride this some bitch until I can't ride it no more. Once the good doc is officially finished and he said he can't do it no more, I know when to fold. I know when to hold and I know when to fold. My man John Chan says, in the end, love is about access. It's human nature to explore, to see different cultures, to learn and grow. Nature always finds a way. There you go. My man Hemi says, Dr. Micah, I'm noticing a lot of girls with princess or living off daddy money syndrome. Lots of girls I'm adding on Facebook. Probably most of these girls waste time for what I want. Yeah, if they got daddy money or they've been treated well their whole lives, you're probably gonna have a problem. You can't cheap wad those, man. Can't be the cheap wad with those, man. They just some skittish bitches, man. You got to be careful with them. You do have some that are independent and make their own money, though. Let's not forget about that. See, this is the problem with your average foreigner. They're always looking for somebody with less than them. They're not and they can have less than you, of course, but why not try a girl who has a normal job? Like, you can date a financial analyst, you can date a girl who works at Globe, you can date a girl who has a job, fucking anything. Like, you could try to date a girl that has a good career. If you're lucky enough, I would say try to, finding a girl in college. Like my man said, they did that video and they all prefer foreigners and shit. Find a girl in college, man. Find a girl who's about a career. Find a girl who's looking to finish. Now, she shouldn't need you to pay for her to finish college. Let's make that abundantly clear. But at the end of the day, she should be career driven to the point where you guys can build something together. Yes, she may not make more money than you, but that is not an issue nor a problem. All it is a girl that's willing to be a partner to you. That's what I like to say. You got to have a girl that's willing to be a partner to you. And ultimately, the way that I see it in the end is, if I find a girl who can take care of me, that's awesome. That's golden for me. If I could sit on my ass and make YouTube videos all day, if I could do that all day long, I'd be happy, man. Do live streams and shit. Make sure I do my job. Like I said, I had a conversation with my boy the other day, man. Shout out to my boy, Mr. World Traveler. Love him to death, man. That guy's like a brother to me. All right. One of the greatest guys you'll ever meet in life, for sure. I hope he catches this. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But we talked the other day, and he mentioned, I told him a story. I was like, look, man, if I could find a girl who's willing to take care of me, and I said this in a funny way, but I said it to be real. I said, shit, I'd be the bitch in a relationship. Why the fuck do I care? I'll rub her feet. I'll fucking massage her back and make sure she got food before she go out there and, get the day started for herself. I would do my job. I would make sure the girl is good. Because at the end of the day, what else do I got to do? I get to chill. Shit, man. I would live my best life. Y'all think I'm fronting. No cap, Doc would definitely treat his girl with. If my girl was the breadwinner, Doc would live the best life he possibly can. I don't mind cooking. Shit. I don't mind rubbing feet and back rubs. Shit. Getting some when I need some. Fuck, it's a beautiful life. Truly is. She gonna leave some money on the table so that I make sure that I got a little bit for me to have me some fun today. I'd be like, baby, I'm gonna go to the casino. I feel like playing with some friends, playing, poker with some friends tonight. I hope that's okay for you. I'm asking you, tell me what you need me to take care of before I leave. I'll do that. Again, a lot of y'all think Doc crazy. Some of y'all might think I'm stupid, but motherfucker, I'm being real. I don't give a fuck. If I'm in a position where I don't have to work, hardly ever a fact. But I'm just saying, I would. Why not? I'm benefiting wholeheartedly, probably more than anybody would ever imagine. So I would do it. I don't give a fuck. I'd be the bitch. Elgo says, you've never met an aggressive woman who you never met an aggressive woman who actually spells out what she wants to do with you. It may not be easy to walk away from that. Okay, Elghost, let me. How can I say this? Okay, because I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain what I was trying to say, because it probably was all over the place. Because Doc, that's just the way he is. Okay, if a girl is aggressive to the point where she's telling me, I like you, I think you're handsome, I find you attractive, I really want to see where this can go, I'm intrigued by that. Depending on, and this is going to sound fucked up, depending on social economic background. If I'm aware of your social economic background and I understand that you're coming from lower income areas or lower income housing and all that stuff, sounds fucked up, don't get me wrong. But if I hear it and I know that that's where you're coming from, I'm feeling like you're looking for a come up, and that scares me. But if you're a girl that's in college doing your own thing, but yet and still you just want to have some fucking fun, I'm all in on that shit. That's different. So I hope that I was able to explain it. I guess it's more or less from the economic background that will determine my skepticism of the entire situation should she choose to come at me a certain kind of way. There you go. That's what I meant to say. I hope that was clarified. Oahu Dude says, not always true. What if a Super 10 was after you? You probably drop your pants on the spot. Yes, Oahu Dude, you're right. I was wrong. I hope that I explained it better in the previous, just a minute ago. Somebody who was super fine and getting it in, yes. But somebody who I know comes from a from a economic background that is a little bit lower than your average, it make me a little skepticism only. Not saying that I wouldn't go for it, but I'm just saying. My man Casey says you have to find your happy medium. True, between the both of you, you got to catch the fish before you cook it. Love it. No girl with anything going for her would give. Guys, stop talking about people. My man, Izon says, "Now it's a girl. Now it's a girl. I'm not gonna say her name, so we're gonna call. Boy, you stupid. I'm not doing you. I'm not doing this today. We had this conversation. A Wahudu says, why are so many jaded expats everywhere I go, full of bad experiences and negativity? Because they don't know the game. They never tried to understand anything. They just went there and did it. Many Filipinos in Tacoma, Washington, are married to white men, but out at the club chasing China. I'm not going there with you, man. I'm not saying that's probably funny and probably true. Not gonna say that it's inaccurate, but let's not start that shit. We know where that's going. Shout out to the homie Reginald Graham. What's going on, man? He says my son and daughter are half black, are half Filipino and black. My daughter is visiting me here in Arizona. Will not trade my grown children now for the world. Exactly, man. I'm gonna have me some little half breed babies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My girl and I are probably gonna have some of the cutest little kinky haired black Filipino Chinese children. Okay, it's just the way it's gonna be. And I promise you, if they look more like they mama, if they look more like their mother than they do me, my children are gonna be fucking amazing children. They're gonna be awesome. Shit. You know what's funny though? A side note, and nobody would ever know this. I actually had really good hair as a child. When I had hair, I lost my hair when I was 6 years old. But when I had hair, I had that good. I had that good soft hair, and that was weird for a dude like me. But it's all good. Shout out to the homie Casey, man. Y'all got to get y'all copy of the BOOTYLOO Chronicles, man. Y'all can't sleep on that one, man. Casey, you know damn well Doc ain't going to role play no more. That bitch crazy, man. Bitch biting me and shit. What the fuck wrong with her? Lost her mind. I'm telling you, bro. I ain't, boy, don't get me started. Them handcuffs, man. You used to think that shit was for real, but them women's crazy. Them girls is the crazy. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it anymore. But you crazy, Casey, man. Appreciate the plug, though. Y'all got to get them BOOTYLOO Chronicles, man. I promise you, out of all 5 books that I've ever written, if you don't get any other book, get the BOOTYLOO Chronicles and also get the prescription. The only 2 books in the catalog, well, also the first one too. Mike the PI's quick guide for an God damn it, I forgot the name of my own book. Mike the PI's quick guide for first timers to the Philippines. There you go. If you need help getting into the country, a lot of you guys don't need that book, but it's a good book to read. It's interesting. It categorizes everything from beginning to end, hotels, places to visit, whatever. But if you don't get any other books, BOOTYLOO Chronicles and the prescription. The prescription was probably the most detailed book I'll ever write. I mean, I broke it down between age ranges, the shit you'll deal with between women in different age ranges. I did more work in that book. Plus, I gave examples, text messages, and Facebook messages and shit that you guys can literally see. Probably the best books I've ever written. So if you don't get any other book, BOOTYLOO Chronicles for sheer entertainment, the prescription for guys interested in dating Filipino women, I think that had a lot of gems in there. So I wish I could show you those books on camera, but you already know what they look like. All right, back to the topic. I'm good. But Casey, I appreciate you, man. MD, I have no. You said my man has a problem playing the woman's role. Who said that? I love it. I do that shit all day long, man. I'll be rubbing feet. I'll be giving massages. I mean, my job is easy. Shit, take care of one woman. Shit, that's easy, motherfucker. It's when you trying to fuck 5 or 6 girls at a time. No disrespect, ladies. I love you all. Don't worry about it. Doc is just giving an honest statement. For any lady who heard that statement, don't take it. Don't get all offensive and shit. But it's the truth. If a guy is trying to hook up with 5 or 6 women and he's trying to manage 5 or 6 different relationships, that shit hard. Yes, it might be fun in the beginning, but let me be honest. When you got women on Facebook Messenger and you're trying to date 5, 6 women at a time, and that damn thing go ping, 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 and it's pinging all goddamn night, that is a headache. That is a headache, ladies and gentlemen. and then sometimes it's not worth the headache. So if I had one taking care of the good doc financially, boy, oh boy, oh boy, Doc gonna be living the dream. I'll take care of her good too. Shit, I ain't got no problem playing a woman role. Oahu Dude says, I bet if you are financially independent, you will need more than YouTube to keep you fulfilled. It's not that easy. Yeah, it's true. I understand. That's true. I mean, YouTube is fun, but ultimately you're gonna need, so it's all about the self-actualization. Everybody knows Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Everybody knows the rules. It's all about self-actualization, figuring out what makes you fulfilled. Yeah, it's gonna take a little more than YouTube, I know. But maybe YouTube would be good for at least a couple of months. Then I'm gonna have to find something else to do. Gamble all day, that's not a good look. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. Yeah, I know. I feel you, man. I understand. I'm not even financially independent, and sometimes it takes a lot for me to be satisfied, and that's scary. Like, it's hard for me to be satisfied with life sometimes because I always want more and I always want to do more. And I think that's the ambition inside of every man, or the ambition that every man should have. Damn, 4 million Filipinos in the US? Good God Almighty. That damn near half the country. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, man, that's a decent number of people. Heminger says, Dr. Mark, I'm noticing that very aggressive, attentive girls online tend to be high-level scammers. Yeah, those would make me skeptical too. Had a situation like that. You're right. The ones online, definitely I don't trust. Casey says, if a woman was making lube that like that, I'd do the same thing, dog. I'll be the dick out of the Mitches. I'm telling you, man. I don't give a fuck. I will be the bitch. I don't care, man. I'll be the Mitch, the man bitch. I would. I don't care. I am perfectly fine with living that lifestyle. I'll make sure there's food on the table. Make sure she good. As long as I'm taking care of shit, she gonna have everything she need from me. Shit, no doubt in my mind. Y'all can take it how you wanna, but I'm just being honest, man. I would make sure that my situation is perfect. I ain't fucking that up. Like I said, you can't fuck that up. You know, you want fulfillment in life and shit. You want to be able to pursue your own dreams and shit, but ultimately, you can't fuck that up. Don't divorce me though, because I'm taking half, bitch. I'm just fucking around. Anyways, Ed says, Mike, there are many foreigners who are so beaten down that they have no confidence to date a woman who has assets or a career. That is true. There's no getting around that. Some guys just don't have it in them. You're right. It's hard. And it's not easy, man. You have to really present yourself in a professional like manner to deal with women of that capacity. You have to really, really be a man of a man to present yourself to a woman of that capacity. No getting around that. Shout out to the homie Big Brother. He says most single Filipinos over 30s feel like they are getting too old and need a husband and a family ASAP. So they will be a little bit more aggressive than younger ones. Yes, they will be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit susceptible to the ideology of the things that you want. Anything that satisfies you, puts you in a position to want to be with her long term. She knows that. My man John Chan says to each their own, but I think if foreigners went to the Philippines looking for a relationship, the outcome would be better. Do you think Filipinos don't know the difference when someone isn't serious? Oh, they know. They know, they know. They know. They know, they know. Eyes on, you know how you are about old girl, man. I'm just giving you a hard time, brother. Don't worry about it. Casey says, my girl and I are planning on having half breeds ourselves. Man, half breed babies are awesome. My man Eyes on said it's cool, man. You lost your hair at 6. I lost mine at 23. It's a damn shame, but we good. I'm still alive and we still kicking. We still getting it in, so who cares? Yep, age 6. Doc had alopecia. Sucks. But now I look better without hair than I think I would with hair. Just gonna say that. Improve yourself and woman will come to you. True. Shout out to the homie Tony Towers. Good look on the books, man. He says, I enjoy reading all the books, man. I appreciate you enjoying the Good Doc's work. I really do put a lot of time and effort into my shit. I want y'all to understand that. Funny thing is, honestly, it's weird. And I noticed this about my books when I read them back. I literally write how I talk. So basically, the way that I'm having a conversation with you right here through a live stream is almost the same way that I talk or write in my books. So I want to treat every book as if it's a conversation, as if we're buddies and we're sitting down, we're having a drink, and I'm telling you exactly what I would tell you if you were sitting next to me and we had a drink in our hand, enjoying the conversation. That's kind of how I want my books to be. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the read, because Doc is trying to I put forth my best effort, ladies and gentlemen. 100% of the time. There's no half-assing over here on the Dr. Mike TV channel. I don't care if I'm catering to 3,000. I don't care if I'm catering to 30,000. Maybe that'll come, maybe it won't. But at the end of the day, I'm 100% going to give y'all the best of me through my works, definitely through these live streams. And because I got 31 watching, I appreciate all 31 of y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. Make sure you get the likes up on the video. Make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, it most definitely has to have it. That is the reason why it is called the like button. Trust me, it will not press charges. I will not press charges, and you will be good to go. All right. And for those that want to support the Good Doc's channel, by all means, you know how to do so. But of course, the Good Doc is happy that you come through, spend just a little bit of your time with him today. Now on then, we're getting back to our regularly scheduled programming, but I cannot forget to mention the camera fund that we started. I cannot forget that. Doc's working hard trying to get this camera for the new season 2 of Philippines Relived. I'm not sure if that's how we're going to title it, but you're definitely going to have season 2 coming along very well, and I just want to make sure that I am ready for it. If any of you guys want to support the Good Doc in his venture, by all means, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that. I had some individuals who have kicked a little bit towards the Good Doc's camera fund, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has done that. You guys are awesome. I never knew that I would have this type of support. And thank you very much. We are close, ladies and gentlemen. We are close, but we are still a little short. So, like I said, whatever you can do, Doc would be appreciative of that. If you can't do anything, that's perfectly fine. You watching the video, you participating in the live stream is definitely helping me in more ways than one. So, maraming salamat sa lahat. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you guys for spending your time with the Good Doc. As crazy as I am, you guys still continue to fuck with me, and that's awesome. Truly, truly, truly awesome. My man MD says I'm having a hard time with one woman, let alone 2 or 3. I don't know if I could do that, Doc. I can't, man. It's too much work. It is a lot of work trying to manage 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 women, 3 women. Yes, it's just one is one. It's just one, man. One of one, man. One of one. You don't know, man. That's just hard. It can't be easy, man. It just can't be. Hemi says, do you recommend keeping the date short and acting busy if it's one of those girls who might jump jump through hoops, hard to get, so to speak? No. I mean, are you talking about the types of girls that make you jump through hoops? Do I recommend keeping the date short? Um, how can I say this? If she's making you jump through hoops, I recommend cutting the date short if you feel like that's what it's going to be. But you would have to have not had prior knowledge of her being this way. Because if you had prior knowledge of her being this way, then we wouldn't even be on the date in the first place. That's fact. I wouldn't even bring her on the date, period. But sometimes, you know what? But in hindsight, to an extent, I do understand. I do believe that sometimes you have to see a person face to face to really get an idea of who she is and how she is. And she has to be able to do the same for you. So it is always a good idea to have a face to face interaction if you can. I don't care if you meet her at the park. I don't care if you take her to a Jollibee, get a Jollibee meal, something cheap, whatever it may be, just so that you can have the face-to-face interaction. And if she is still making you jump through hoops, if she is still giving you the same type of energy that you find through a text message or a Facebook message or whatever, I would say it's not worth the time. So yeah, I would cut the date short then. My man Hemi says he's probably going to end up dating a bunch of girls who wind up into a rotation where one has to prove themselves. Because I'm building a 500 girl pipeline. Good luck. I mean, if you could do that one, you would have to set up a database for 500 girls, man. You would have to set up an automated database where, in response to text messages and the whole nine. That's funny. Okay. I ain't going there, but if you can accomplish it, I guess if you believe you can achieve, I wouldn't even remotely even try to go for more than 5. That seems impossible. I would go no more than a starting lineup for a basketball team. I would say a starting lineup. No bench warmers, man. 10 is too much. I would say a starting 5. That's it. My man Earl Owen says the ladies making a lot of loot. I'll be the house daddy, no problem. Thank you. I'm not the only one because I'm all over that shit. Mm. All right, guys. I'm just reading comments. Terry, I do not have no man weave, cuz, but I had that good hair when I was younger, man. I got that good curly shit. But shit, my shit luxurious, man. Don't be hating. My man Eddie Jackson says there are over 100 million Filipinos. Only 10% or 10 million live overseas. And the prescription is the bomb. Great book. Now get them likes up. Yeah, the prescription is probably my favorite book of all time. Thank you for the plug, bro. MD, you're out, brother. Thank you very much for spending time. Doc's gonna be out in a minute. Reginald says the BOOTYLOO Chronicle is the Bible. I read it at least twice a week to stay refreshed on the game. Yo, appreciate that one, man. These books are awesome, man. You gotta believe in what you have, man. You gotta believe that you have a great product. And I do. I do wholeheartedly believe, and my people can attest to it, and that's awesome. My man Reginald says, Doc, I believe your channel will blow up once you get back and settle in the Philippines. I do agree to that as well. All right. So Doc's gonna go ahead and end it. He said, I figure only 10% of 500 would even show up for the most. So that's still 50. That's a lot. 50 is still a lot. You say you believe, all right, so you want a 500 pipeline with a 10% of that being 50. Out of that 50, I would say break 25. I would break it down to 25 simply because you're just not going to be interested in 50 different women. Even if you are interested in 50 different women, you do not have the time and energy to expend and spread across 50 different women. So you're going to end up breaking that down simply because that's a lot of chicks to try to fuck with, man. Um, Last one. Hemi says, if the girl is the conservative, slower type, you should play her at her own game and see other women and keep the date short. If you believe that works well for you, okay. I don't know. As long as she's not aware of it, I guess you'll be all right. But sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow, my friend. Yeah, I mean, I see why you would do that. Again, it keeps you active, but it also keeps her in the game as well. Yeah, I see why. Do I condone it? I shouldn't. I'll say that I shouldn't condone that. I say I should not. I'm not saying that I do. I'm not saying that I don't. My man John says, I think in every relationship you get out what you put in. True. It's about accountability and leave when those expectations fall short. All in, man. Appreciate that one. And my man Eddie says, Doc, I may have asked you this before, but are you going to do the audio version of the books? Damn, man, I want to so bad. Yeah, I think you did ask me because I remember saying I was going to do it myself. And I think you told me that I could pay somebody to do the audio version for me or some shit like that. Yes, I need to do the audio version of the books. I need to do the audio version of the books. I truly, truly do, guys. I think when I can find the time to sit down and do it, I want to do it myself because I want you guys to hear the authentic Dr. Mike TV voice. I don't want it to be somebody else. I don't want no. If I could hire Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones to do the voiceover work for my book, those would be the only two people on this earth that I would ever let do the voiceover for the BOOTYLOO Chronicles or the Prescription. All right. If it's not Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones, I got to do it myself because they have the best voices I've ever heard. Morgan Freeman's voice puts me to sleep. I will listen to that man talk about science and shit on the fucking National Geographic Discovery Channel. I've listened to him talk about shit. I'm like, damn, this dude's got an awesome voice. But like I said, if it ain't James Earl Jones, if it's not like I said, Morgan Freeman, I can't do it, bro. Earl Owens, my books are on Amazon.com. If you look in the description area below, scroll down past the Teespring t-shirt section, you'll see all of the links to find the books on Amazon.com. You can get them in ebook format, and you can also get them in paperback form. So just look in the link in the description. Yeah, Doc's gonna head out, man. Appreciate you guys doing it in. He said too much work. I will take one good one. Yes, Reggie, I'm all in on that shit. Izon says maybe I will go to the Philippines and open up a strip joint with the women that weigh 145 to 200 pounds. You're gonna cater to an audience of limited few. Oahu says, no, Doc, it would not be the same if someone else is reading your book. Yes, I'm telling you, I gotta read my own book. I can only do it in my voice. Fucked up thing is I'm gonna fuck my own book up because I'm gonna be explaining shit while I'm reading. Like, yeah, this is what I mean when I said this. So it's gonna fuck up. But anyway, yeah, I gotta read my own book. And how do I gotta figure out how to correct my corrections, because sometimes you read funny and you might mess up. You don't want to, yeah. Well, I'll figure it out. But I think, yes, by the end of this year, I'm gonna try to do two things. Don't quote me on this one. Do not hold me to this. But Doc has two goals by the end of the year. I'm going to have at least the audio book prepared for the BOOTYLOO Chronicles. That's going to be an audio book. And also the prescription, maybe. That's one. And number two, I'm going to try to put up a website. I've never tried to put up a website before. I want to try something simple, simplistic. But I want to have a website. I don't know why. I feel like I want to invest my energy into putting up a website. That website is going to cater to a lot of different things that I can. It's going to be a standardized chronological thing of the Good Doc's life. Maybe some stories that I could tell over there, some blogs and shit, of course. Maybe some additional videos I want to do over there. But ultimately, we can do interviews over there. I want to be able to have a place wherein I don't have to really rely on YouTube all the time. That's where we're going. That's what we're going to do. All right. That's what we're working on. Two things by the end of the year. Do not quote and say Doc's going to get it done. I want to. And I promise you, I will dedicate the time and effort to do that when I get the time to do that. Okay. I promise you. But that's what I want to do by the end of this year, by the end of 2019. Dude, Casey, man, James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman, they have the most beautiful male voices I've ever heard in my life. No homo. But goddamn it, that man's voice puts me to sleep. It makes me feel comfortable at night. Okay, the dude has a beautiful voice, man. No cap, man. I can't front. But Earl Owens, yeah, man. Just look in the description area. You should be able to find it. All right, guys. Doc's gonna do the audio version. I promise you. If the audience wants it, Doc's gonna deliver. Now I have to figure out how to do it. Number one. Number two, it will probably be available on audible.com. I know that site. I visited it before when I thought about doing a audio version of my book. So this will come out on Audible. No doubt. I'm not sure if I could put it up on another site, but it will definitely come out on audible.com. Unless you guys know of a better site, that'll probably be where the voiceover work comes from. All right. So let me go ahead and get my shout outs real quick. God dang it. I'm trying to figure out. Let me read the rest of these, man. John Chance, man, we in the same boat, brother. I don't want to get ahead of myself because what if this is like a screw job wherein everybody believes Toronto's going to win, Kevin Durant comes back and they win 3 games straight. That's what I be thinking. I said, what if Kevin Durant comes back to, for the game against the Raptors and they win 3 games straight? He's over here dropping 30 and 40 a game and shit. I laugh about it, but that shit happens sometimes. So I'm not going to get too happy. But I want the Raptors to take the dub. And before I leave, I'm going to say this real quick. This is not a basketball stream, but I just believe, honestly, that the Raptors want it more. I mean, let's be honest. The Golden State Warriors, they want to win. They truly do. But they already got championships from before. So I really believe that the Raptors want it more. First time to the NBA Finals. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals, but their first time to the Finals, first chance at a championship, this shit don't come around often, and I honestly believe that the Raptors want it more. I will say this, though. A lot of people are talking shit about, oh, man, the only reason that the Raptors are winning is because of the injuries to Kevin Durant and all that shit. Y'all do realize that if the injuries were vice versa, nobody will be saying that. Everybody will be saying, oh, well, I mean, like I said, if Kawhi or Kyle Lowry got injured or some shit, or Marc Gasol, everybody would be like, well, the Warriors were going to win anyways, whether those injuries happen or not. That's the type of shit people talk. Okay. If you're a GS Dub fan, like I said, man, I had the GS Dub, I ain't got nothing against them, but they're a stacked team. So even with these injuries, Draymond should be stepping up. DeMarcus Cousins should be stepping up. Steph, he had a great game 3. Had a horrible game 4. Let's be honest. He couldn't shoot. Clay did very well for himself. But like I said, you got other players on that team. Iguodala. You got people who could step up that could match or should be able to match the Raptors starting 5. Who heard of Pascal Siakam before this
Who's heard of Pascal God dang it, Pascal Siakam before this shit happened? Before this live stream? Or I mean before these NBA finals. Who's heard of Van Fleet? Who's heard of well, we know Danny Green. Danny Green played for the Spurs, but other than that, most of these players are mediocre regular players. No disrespect to the Raptors. They're a great team as a unit, but most of these players on average are considered mediocre. You're not going to consider Kyle Lowry in your starting five. Hell, he may not be in your second unit. Hell, he may not even be in your third unit if you look at all the NBA players all together, all the best players. So they're a team of a team of good players, but they just play great together. You know, I mean, of course, let's be honest, Kawhi Leonard is top notch. Can't front on that. That man top notch. But other than that, it's all good. I'm good. I'm good. All right, that's all I wanted to say because I could talk about that all the time. Just wanted to make sure that KD probably gonna play tomorrow. He gonna win 3. They're gonna win 3 games straight. Watch. KD, injured or not, is probably gonna play tomorrow. Right. Tell him, Casey, nobody's heard of these motherfuckers. Some Van Fleet, Siakam. Well, you know Danny Green, like I said. You heard of Jeremy Lin, but that dude don't even get in the game. But, you know, Marc Gasol was good in Memphis. Kyle Lowry was okay for the Raptors. Of course, if Kawhi, Kawhi Leonard and shit, he's a name. That motherfucker's got championship pedigree. He's won championships before. But like I said, you ain't heard of none of these dudes. You ain't heard of none of them, so it's all good. But that's it. Let me get my shout-outs real quick. That's all I wanted to say. How that ties into less is more at Filipinas, I don't know. But we're going to end it with that. Shout out to Hemi. Shout out to my boy Ed. Shout out to the homie El Ghost. John Chance, much love to you, my family. Casey Hunter, always a pleasure, man. My dude, Eyes On. Appreciate you guys coming through. DE Raptor, much love to you, family. Appreciate you as always. My boy Reginald Graham. The audio version will come. You asked. Just because you asked, family, I'm going to knock it out just for y'all. Shout out to the homie Earl Owens. Much love to you guys. I appreciate and family. Oahu dude, much love to you, my brother. MD, Terry Edwards, much love to you. You know I gotta say hello to everybody. So y'all just sit there or y'all can go. Whatever you want to do. Tony Towers, much love to you, family. My boy Big Brother, my big brother from another. Let's see. Who else we got in this bitch? Who else we got? Come on, Mike. I gotta scroll through. My boy Melvin Den. Appreciate you coming through, family. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. TLM, Cool Breeze. If you're still with me, brother, thank you for watching and thank you for enjoying the channel. I do this for my people. I do this wholeheartedly because you guys make it worth it for me. Shout out to the homie Jeffrey G. My boy Michael Smith. Thank you for the the reiteration on the materialistic shit. I know Doc can be materialistic at times. That's why I don't buy a lot of shit. Shout out to my girl Lizzie. We know we love you, baby, and I hope the kids are doing well. I hope your students are doing well. Who else we got? I'm gonna get them all, guys. Give me a chance. Go ahead and get me a nap in, cause Doc tired. Shout out to the homie Byron Hall. I see you pop in, showing some love to the good Doc. My boy Derek Floyd, always a pleasure, man. We gonna have to make that happen. My boy Dante Will, appreciate you. My boy Malu or my girl, I don't know. Is that a boy? I like the name. I'm just gonna call you my guy. I don't know. Don't kill me for it. My boy Selling Steve. Steve, much love to you, man. I hope you got your shout out, brother. Captain Spalding, much love to you, my dude. Michael Cruz, appreciate you coming through. My boy DJ Squeezy, love the name, man. Strawberry Chip Skid Mark Underwear. I love that name. I'm sorry, bro. That shit's awesome. It's probably the best name I've seen in my chat in a long time. Michael V, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for coming through. James Miller. NY Mets fan, the first one in the building, man. Much love to you guys. Thank you. Maraming salamat sa lahat for you guys coming through, spending some time with the good Doc. It's been great. It has been fun. It has been real. We're having fun. We're gonna get it in. It's gonna always be great, man. Doc's here to make Philippine vlogging great again. I'm here to make this great again. And you know how I'm gonna make it great again? You guys. You guys are going to make it great again. You inspire me to want to do more. Number one, you inspire me to want to put out better content. Number two. Number three, you inspire me to want to show you a little bit more of my lifestyle in the Philippines or to show you guys around if you guys want to see shit. So you give me ideas for videos and stuff too. So you guys are going to make this channel great again. Understand, I listen to my audience because I understand that this is what some people want, this is what some people need, and some people just naturally need I call it intermation, entertainment and information. You guys want to be educated or edutained. You guys want to be educated and you want to be entertained at the exact same time. So Doc is all about edutainment. And I want to make sure that I give you guys the best of me 100% of the time. And that's the way it's going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, has been fun. It has been real. But the good Doc's going to go ahead and call it an evening. Love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Deuces.